Your boy A&B back at it again. Well. I know you guys listening. Thanks for the applause. Keep it going. Right. Well, I'm glad to be back for a little bit. Can't talk about these animes video games that I like, or that video games that I like or that I recommend. Well, in all honesty, there's not a lot of games that I like or I play, except for probably FIFA and Rocket League. Setup. Although it does piss me off all of motherfucking time. But somehow I always seem to come back to that shit. Always come back to that shit. Fallout 4 is pretty badass, dude. The story, the way it's everything's set up. Have one dynamic and one direction. You don't get to go and choose which way you want to go. If you want to be just a freelancer, if you want to go through the world just searching, if you want to go straight to the missions, they give you choices to just do everything. So I love the fact that they do that. Fallout 4 is an RPG game, if you guys don't know, and it's one of the greatest ones out there right now. What else? What other game? No, my favorite Call of Duty game was actually Black Ops 1, believe it or not. That's the last one I ever played. Mainly because I thought all the other ones after that were trash. That was just my preference. I still play Call of Duty Black Ops 1 to this day. It was just changing. Changed the game. Changed the game, how we view everything. People don't see it, but I do. Simple as that. What other games? The Dragon Balls. Dude, I love the Dragon Ball Z Budokais. The Dragon Ball Z, the PS2 ones, not the PS3 ones or the PS4 ones. The Xenoverse 2, it's alright. It's not the greatest, but it's alright. It does sometimes. It does put in its work. I used to like the Naruto games too, but just from like PS2. Now they're just like, I don't know. It's like whatever. So. What other ones? My other favorite anime is probably, game. My other favorite good game is probably, Deus Ex. How can I forget Deus Ex? Although Deus Ex feels like an RPG, it really isn't. There is multiple scenarios and different ways to find different things and outcomes, and there's not different outcomes, there's different how's the word? It's not as influential as a Fallout 4. Every decision doesn't really influence every part of the aspect of the story. By that, it does kind of, but it does not necessarily like. In Fallout 4, if you play Fallout 4 and you make this one thing, And let's say, for example, in Fallout 4, this is part where you go to this place and it's basically like a cult, like a church, and they're trying to the guy, he's trying to lure you into giving you him all your shit so he can fucking jack you. He tells you that the first steps to enter his community is to give him all the shit that he owned, and basically you really do give him all your shit. You really give him all your shit, and he doesn't give you nothing in return. You just go on your merry way, and that's it. That's just mierda right there. So it's not like that where Deus Ex, like, certain things don't really affect the story like that, which is fine because Deus Ex makes up for it with action-packed extravaganza. It has so much destruction to be made, so much technology to be used, so much modifications to use, it's a plethora of accessories. There's so many things to do in Deus Ex and Fallout 4. The funny thing about Fallout 4 is, if people who play Fallout 4, you know that it's kind of like Minecraft in a way, or shit like that, because when you're in your territory that you've already conquered that place, you conquered it, then you're able to modify it. You're able to build stuff for the people there and to accommodate to their needs, right? Well, I built a fucking wall, man. I am Trump of Fallout 4. You're welcome. Deus Ex is the shit, though. Honestly, it has a lot of things to play into that game as well. Highly recommend it for anyone out there. Deus Ex, action-packed story, very amazing. There's just one game. I forgot what it's called. But damn, man, I'm so tired. I forgot what the hell I was talking about. Alright, well, I don't think there's any other video games that I really want to single out. Oh, all the Uncharted games, the Uncharted series. Although I was kind of disappointed in Uncharted 3. Yep, Uncharted 3 disappointed me to the point that I wanted to quit the franchise for the rest. Uncharted 3 disappointed me so much, man. So much. That I haven't even played Uncharted 4. I haven't even played Uncharted 4 because I don't like Uncharted 3. Well, that's pretty much all I gotta say about video games right now. I can't really think about any other video games I want to single out.
Some bureaucrat decided he was just spending too much.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the PS2.
So he was summarily fired.
Super Smash Bros.
And then, a few years after his death, that orchestra, the USSR state.
Maybe I'll make another video tomorrow talking about these rest of these games.
The Russian state symphony.
I'll be back, guys. Yeah, have a good night. Peace out.